Well, welcome back, everyone, to another instalment of A League of Our Own, run by Montrose Football Club. An opportunity for you guys to see a couple of our first-team players again and to find out their thoughts on one of the teams which are in our league this season. And don't forget, it wouldn't be one of these without a wee quiz chucked in at the end. So we've got our Mr. and Mr. competition as well. So delighted to help with this evening. It's Mr. Terry Masson and Matty Allen. Woo!
Let's go.
How's it going, lads? I'm going to start with you, Tez. How's the last couple of months been for you, mate?
Yeah, not so bad. I think the past few weeks, obviously, getting back to a bit of normality, training a couple of times a week and seeing the boys rather than just working in little groups. So, yeah, good to be back working, back to football. So, as sort of normal as it can be just now.
Yeah. Not quite the testimonial season you would have had pictured in your head.
Nah, definitely not. I think any plans that I did have obviously had to be scrapped, but hopefully I can pick up and reorganise the events that I had planned just maybe a year later than they were supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm sure you will, and we'll look forward to them very much when they do finally happen, that's for sure. And what about yourself, Matty? How have you been, pal?
Much the same, really. The training and my work came back at the same time, so that's been a blessing, really. I think the same position as everyone else. The novelty of lockdown was well and truly done, and then getting back small groups was great, and then getting back to the full squad it was brilliant.
I was going to say, you do realise, Matty, that you are allowed to go back to the hairdresser?
I do realise that, yeah, but I'm loving it, if I'm being honest, at Roscoe. I'm taking a bit of stick because I've got the hairband as well now, so I'm taking a wee bit of stick, but I'm staying strong with it.
You know, normally you'd be challenging Flem with a haircut like that, but he's had his pretty much shaved off.
I know, Flem took a lot of stick for his as well, and now they've got there's a wee group. I think there's about 4 of us with hairbands now at training, so yeah.
You're starting a bit of a trend, is that what you boys? Is that everybody's going to be going around with long floppy hair soon?
I don't know about that. I do not know about that, but yeah, trying it out.
Good stuff. Well, you guys, you've got Dumbarton. That is the team that we've asked you to comment a wee bit about tonight. So I'll start with you, Tez. What are your thoughts on some of the games you had maybe against Dumbarton last year, and where do you think they'll be this season up against us?
Yeah, I think Dumbarton probably similar sort of club to ourselves the past few years. They've done okay in the league. They're quite an established team. They seem to have been either in League One or even in the Championship not too long ago. They also have a good manager in Jim Duffy, and I think it's Barry Smith that's their assistant. So 2 really experienced guys, probably know what they're doing at this level. I don't actually know too much about their squad and their signings, but I think that who they do have is, if I remember correctly, is like sort of good, experienced players. So people that's maybe either been in the league for a few years or are dropping down. So I think they'll probably have similar sort of ambitions to us. They'll be wanting to be up towards the playoffs or the top end of the league rather than down the bottom. So yeah, I think they'll be pretty strong again this year as they have been in the past few seasons.
Yeah. And what are your thoughts, Matty? What do you think?
Much the same as Tez. I mean, the manager and assistant, like you said, a lot of experience. Quite old school, if you like. I don't think they complicate too much the way they play. They're usually quite a big, strong, physical team. Their squad has turned over a little bit, I think, from last year. So I only know 2 or 3 of them, possibly. But again, it's big, physical, experienced boys, and that's the way they play, really. So yeah, I'd imagine they'll be wanting to compete. I think Jim Duffy's been in there a couple of years now, so I think they'll be wanting to build on last year and the year before.
Yeah, I mean, we were quite successful against them last season. If we look at our games, I mean, we'd be looking to repeat that if we possibly could. I mean, do you have any memories of playing them last season and anything during the game?
Yeah, I remember the away day because it was the same day we were heading off to Dublin, so it was always good. We got that win, and then it made the weekend a little bit, or it started off the weekend well anyway.
Yeah.
I think if I remember correctly, one of their centre halves had a short back pass, and CJ got onto it, and he took ages to put it in the net. I thought he was going to miss it.
He didn't touch it.
Oh, did he just let it go? That's right. Right.
So I tried to play a ball over the top and like sclaffed it. It's ran through the centre halves, past it past the goalie, and CJ's just like jockeyed it in. He's not even touched it, and then he celebrated as if he scored.
Striker's instinct.
Yeah.
Do you think he'd forgot and thinking he had actually lashed the ball into the back of the net himself?
I think he was scared he was going to miss.
We're saying nothing about that. We'll leave it there.
He'll not be happy with me.
Well, chaps, we're on to the next part of our interview tonight, which is our Mr. and Mr. competition. So you've been asked to bring something blue and something white. So can we see your blue objects? Very nice. Okay, and your white objects? Oh, Matty, that looks like a parking ticket.
Yeah, fresh from today, yep.
Do you want to tell us any more about it, or is it too raw?
No, it was just went out for lunch and totally lost track of time, came back, seen that on the windscreen. Brilliant.
So that was an expensive luncheon.
Yeah, fortune.
Not so good. So, right, give you a basics of what's going on here, lads. Tez, you're going to be the blue.
Okay.
Matty, you're going to be the white. So I'm going to ask you 8 questions, and you need to decide who best fits the question I've just asked. So if you think it's Tez, you would show the blue item. If you think it's Matty, you'll show the white. And once I've asked the question, I'll give you a little bit of time to have a think about it. I'll count down 3, 2, 1, and then you reveal the colour you think it is. So Tez, you're blue. Matty, you're white. Are we all good to go?
Yep.
8 out of 8 is our winning score at the moment. Cammy and Louis.
Wow.
Like that.
Wow.
8 out of 8. So, here we go, lads. Here is your first question. Who has the cleaner car? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, Tez. You take pride in your motor, Tez. Take pride in your motor, Tez.
I've got a new one, so I have been lately, but no, not really.
Saying Matty's got an old banger.
Yeah, shocker.
No, not at all.
Right. Question number 2. Who is most forgetful? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh! Got it wrong. Went for each other.
Okay.
Sorry.
Nice.
I don't see you getting fined for not bringing stuff.
Mate, I've had one the last 3 sessions, bib, heart rate monitor and boots.
Sorry. Well, I hope you put your fine down.
He forgot to put money in the meter.
Because he keeps track of the fine, so he won't have it in the book.
I see. Right. Number 3. Who is more likely to get lost? 3, 2, 1, go.
Bad question, that.
You went
I
for
don't
each
remember
other.
either of us getting lost. So.
You went for the other guy. Oh, brilliant. Right, okay. Number 4. Who has the best taste in music? 3, 2, 1, go.
Come on, Matty!
Mate, I don't even know what you listened to. I honestly couldn't name one track.
Before your time, probably.
Dean Martin or something.
Question number 5. Who has the best general knowledge? 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm being too kind to you, mate.
You're the teacher.
Right. Number 6. Who is the better singer? 3, 2, 1, go.
Right, I don't think we're winning this game.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Number 7. Who can eat the most? 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
Hey!
What, half the size of me?
And right, here we go. Your final question, number 8. Who is the most dramatic one? Who is the most dramatic? 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, wow.
Right, a really bad pair in that.
Now, just like to take this opportunity, Terry, this is Matty. Matty, this is Terry. You may have bumped into each other.
Yes, I went to your wedding, mate.
What was that?
I went to your wedding. I should probably know a bit more about you.
Not getting questions like that. Sorry, mate. I think you got a few of them wrong.
Mate, honestly, see ones like the music and that, I don't know what you listen to. I'm just gambled.
Badly.
Bad
Poor
question.
score. Poor
Interesting.
score.
Well, you've got 2. 2 out of 8. Currently the worst score by quite a stretch. I think you know how the rule is at the moment, 2 households. I don't think it would be a bad idea. Just go for lunch together, something like that. Get to know each other a wee bit better. Yeah. Team bond.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Right, see you
Bad
tomorrow,
that,
Matty.
Right. See you for a coffee tomorrow for 2, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, you better turn up with the radio blaring, blasting out your tunes.
Will do.
Look, great seeing you boys again. Been good fun, and looking forward to seeing you both back at Links Park and on the pitch playing for the Mighty Mo. Take care of yourself, boys.
Yeah.
Cheers, take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.